Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Gotta Craft 'em All. That's what I decided to name this series and I'm really happy about it. So we are just standing in the doorway of our house here, and as you see I found a little bit of iron and we're just cooking it up so that we can make an iron pick, and also because iron is going to be our main source of Pokeball bases. And I just want to show you something. In between episodes, I went ahead and went back out and looked for a bunch of stuff, and I ended up finding all of the apricorns again, which I'm really happy about. I had a little trouble finding these black apricorns, but it turned out that I just overlooked them entirely. They were there all along, and you know what? If you are looking for apricorns, I highly recommend a birch forest because they have a lot, apparently. But yeah, I also found a lot of berries, which are really cool, and I found a protein. Honestly, can't remember where I got that. And I found this Gracidia flower again, which I'm really happy about because it's so beautiful. And I also did a few other things, including a little bit of mining where I got my iron and some silicon and some amethyst and crystals and some rubies. Now all of those 4 items come from Pixelmon itself, and they're used to create tools and I believe armor that looks quite fashionable. So we might make ourselves some armor later on just because it's gonna look awesome. But basically, that's most of what I did. I want to show you the rest of what I did. So if we go down here, I'm really bad at using ladders apparently. I dug out our basement, and as you can see, our friend is still here. I'm not sure why. As soon as I put this in here, like put the ladder down here, she fell right down the ladder. She went right down. She was too curious for her own good. Anyway, yeah. So then I also dug out a little space here. I'm gonna dig it out a little bit more and put some dirt in there, and this is going to be where I'm going to plant the apricorns. I think having it here right next to the other gardens is going to make it look really cool, and we're going to surround it with sandstone in the same way that these are surrounded, and we're going to have that path around them, and it's just going to look wonderful. So I did not get that Mareep yet, but I did see a Mareep. I just couldn't actually do anything about it because I was getting apricorns and Charmander was fainted at the time. So I'm going to go back to the same location to look for it. It was actually also very near that birch forest. So that seems like it's going to be a good place for us to look for a few different kinds of things. On my way there, I believe I saw, maybe past the birch forest, I saw a jungle, so if I can get back to that, that would be cool. And there was also a roofed forest as well, with some dark oak, which I don't know if you know this, but I love dark oak. So let me show you the other thing that I did. So the other thing that I did is I made a ladder down, and I found an area which you might find very appealing. There's a bronzor down there. I found a mineshaft, and I wanted to show you something in particular. There's a... Now we might get attacked here. Yeah, we are getting attacked. That's okay. We're kind of getting to see kind of a glitch view of the mineshaft here. I don't know if we can beat this. But, you know, we can go right up that ladder and heal, so it's not like it's gonna be a big deal. And it got burned anyway, so that's okay. I think we're getting stronger. I bet you we're gonna have Pokeballs this episode. That's what I bet. And it's gonna work, and it's gonna be awesome. We won the battle, and we grew to level 16, which is cool. And we got Dragon Rage. That's awesome. Okay, so growling is not very good. I don't know how much I like Smokescreen yet. Smokescreen is better than Growl though, in my opinion. We got Bauxite Ore. That's awesome. So, Charmander's evolving? Oh, you guys, this is the best thing to have caught on camera. Look. He evolved into a Charmeleon. Look at our little guy. He's a big guy now. Hello. Look, he has these little ferocious claws now, and he's red instead of orange. How you feeling, Mr. Evolved Guy? I reckon he's probably feeling pretty good. That's awesome. I'm super proud of him. Okay, what was the other thing I was doing down here? I think, yeah, there's a chest that I really want you to see. Well, there it is. Okay, so I found this chest, and I felt like I shouldn't actually take items out of it without doing it on camera because it's awesome. There's a leaf stone in here, which is pretty cool. This is like the best. Look at that, sunstone. You don't get those very easily. Either of those, actually, because the leaf stone is harder to get now. It's not just in leaves, it's like in the stone, underneath the trees. And it's not easy to see all the time. There's a covered fossil. That's not easy to get. We got some rubies. We got some nice rails and stuff. We got diamonds. We got a name tag, which is not going to be very useful to us, I don't think. And we got lapis and iron. And I'm telling you, this stuff is really cool. This is like the best loot minecart chest that I've ever gotten, ever. Like, this is good. Alright, so I had to also go make an iron pick, but I wanted to show you, this is bauxite ore, and it cannot be mined with a stone pick. You have to make an iron pick, and it looks a lot like iron ore. It has very similar purposes to iron ore as well. And while I was down here, I wanted to just kind of also talk about something else. Let me see. I've been through a couple of these little passages, so there's some good stuff in some of these. But what I was trying to say is that that's a Sableye. That is not what I was trying to say, though. What I was trying to say is that I have a mod installed that I wanted to show you guys a little bit. And there we go, that's what I was looking for. So, this mod is called Ore Excavator, and you may have heard of it. Some people also call it Vein Miner, I think, but it's called Ore Excavator. And I have kind of a little key that I can adjust what kind of a size I want it to do. So on my keyboard it's the key V as in Victor, but you can, right now it's set to 1 by 2, but if I click it again it's 3 by 3, if I click it again it's 5 by 5, and then if I select none, I also have to hit my grave key at the same time. I don't have to hit the V key anymore, just the grave key, and I mine it. And what happens is it mines all of that for me at the same time. And maybe you're thinking, that's a little cheaty, but you know, maybe I would agree with that in regular Minecraft, you know, vanilla or whatever, but for right now our purposes are to enjoy Pixelmon, so I believe that this will make it a little bit quicker for us to get the resources we need down here without spending an enormous amount of time mining when what we really want to be doing is out catching Pokemon. So that's just one option that I chose. You can feel free, like if you're playing along or whatever, or playing Pixelmon, you don't have to make the same choice as me, obviously. But if you want to, obviously, that's one of the choices you can make. And it's, for me, been an excellent choice because it just saves me a lot of time that I don't have to be spending on mining. I can spend it outside exploring the world instead. And sometimes I still choose to mine like individual blocks if it's not very much, but you know, most of the time I can use this to my advantage quite a bit, and it's really a great mod. Okay, my heart is going literally a million miles a minute right now because I was down there. Take a look at my hearts. I was down there and I ran into a spider spawner, and I really didn't think that the spiders would still spawn because I thought, you know, they'll be replaced by, you know, Pokemons and stuff. And nope, if there's a spawner, apparently they still spawn and it scares the life out of you. So that was really scary. I don't deal well with stuff like that, but that was pretty scary. And I managed to get out of there with 29 bauxite ore, 14 iron ore, some coal, some rubies, some crystals, and my life. But only barely. Because I was at like 1 heart when I made it up that ladder. I did not bring any fighting tools with me. I thought, we're not gonna run into that kind of stuff because this is Pixelmon. It's cute and friendly, and we don't get anybody attacking us. I mean, we get Pokemon attacking our Pokemon, but they do it in a friendly battle kind of way, and it doesn't tear your heart out of your chest. But spiders do, and poison does, apparently. So, if you are playing along on Pixelmon, that is something to note. That spawners still work, I think. Well, unless there's something funky with my mod that is not the case with other Pixelmon mods, but it should be the case with all of them, I guess. So, let's just take a look at what we have. We have a good amount of crystal already, this early on. We have a good amount of iron already. We already have this much cooked up. And we already have diamonds, which is awesome. And we have rubies. And I'm thinking, as a little celebration, that maybe we go ahead and see if we can make something cool right off the bat with these rubies. So let's just place down our crafting table here. And something I have not said yet also, we're just talking about all the mods today, is that if I press, I think it's Control O, my JEI comes up. Now, I have JEI installed because it just makes it a little easier when you're running a modded kind of game, because sometimes, you know how in Minecraft, you know, you can look at your little crafting recipes and everything. In modded, if it works well with JEI, you should do it because, you know, you can look up something like this at Pixelmon, and you can see all the items for Pixelmon, and you can see how to craft them if they're craftable, just looking at, you know, just looking at them, you can... Why am I going through the pages like that? I didn't mean to. Yeah, so you know how we were talking about vending machines. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. So we can click on this and see exactly what the recipe is. You have to actually use fresh water, soda pop, and lemonade in the recipe, which you have to get at a vending machine. So, as far as I know, I don't know if you can craft those. We can look at them though. Yeah, when I click on them, they're not bringing up a recipe. So that probably means that you cannot craft those. But there is a refrigerator you can craft. Look at that. It uses aluminum ingots, which is what you get when you smelt bauxite, which we just got, which is going to be awesome. And it uses ice and redstone, which makes a lot of sense if you think about it. But yeah, my point is JEI is awesome. So let's look up Ruby, and we can see, I believe we can see all the uses for this if we hover over it and select U. No. Does that not work? Maybe we right click on it? Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, instead of left clicking, I right clicked. And you can see you can make a hammer from it, which is used to hammer out Pokeballs and stuff. Obviously, you can make a ruby block, which looks really pretty. You can make a hoe, you can make an axe, you can make magma leggings, which look really cool. And you can make a reveal glass. I don't know what that does, but I'm assuming it's something you would put on your Pokemon like we have the safety goggles. You can make a shovel, obviously, and boots. You get +3 armor for those. And a sword. The sword looks pretty freaking awesome. And the chest plate, honestly, it looks really cool. I love the helmet. It almost looks like you're wearing like a really cool looking hood. And there's a pickaxe. But I think I'm gonna try to make one of these things today. Maybe... I want to make the suit eventually. So if we click move items, it moves all our items into here. We can make our helmet. And you know what this will also be useful for, is fighting those spiders. Because we didn't have any armor on or anything. We can also go ahead and make... What can we make with this already? We can make the leggings, or we could make the boots. I kind of want the boots a little bit more, just because I think they're really pretty. So, let's go ahead and see what that looks like on our character here. Yeah, see, those look pretty stunning. And I think this is supposed to be the costume from Team Magma, so... And you can do that with, like, some of the other stuff too, like the amethyst does that. I think crystal... Let's look at the amethyst one. I think amethyst, yeah, makes Team Rocket stuff, which is really cool. I want a Team Rocket suit too. Honestly, I'm just gonna put on a fashion show for you guys. I'm gonna make all of the Team Rocket stuff, all of the other team stuff, and we're just gonna look awesome every single day. So, that's gonna be cool. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is get to work on our apricorns. So I guess I need to grab the apricorns. That would be handy. Let me see here. Yeah, so there's 7 apricorns in total. And something's trying to battle me. Let's go ahead and battle it. That's a Diglett. So yeah, whenever your battle screen comes up, if you're using JEI, it has this little weird thing, so you just press Control-O to get rid of that again, and it's not in your way anymore. And you can actually see below us now the mineshaft, which is so cool. I honestly am surprised that there's one, like, right below us. That's very convenient. Except for the spiders. That's not convenient. I wish they would go away. Okay. Next, let's try out Dragon Rage, because we have not used this yet. I don't know how good it is against a Diglett, but apparently pretty good. I think I'm liking this Dragon Rage move, and we're gonna actually take all that dirt. Normally I wouldn't take dirt, but we actually need it because we're in a desert, and that's coarse dirt. We don't need that. But yeah, dirt's gonna be helpful to us. We're gonna have to dig up some dirt, probably. Probably from over there. But yeah, this is gonna be the spot where we plant the apricorns. I may have already said this. But I'm gonna dig it down another level, and then I'm gonna dig it down another level, so it'll be 3 blocks deep, and then I'm going to put on the bottom 3rd layer, I'm gonna put dirt, and then I'm gonna plant all the apricorns, and I'm gonna make 1 row going that way of every color. So there's gonna be, like, they're gonna be going kind of, I don't know how to describe this because we're now in a battle, but there's gonna be 1 row of each color of apricorn, and it's gonna be really nice. And we got more dirt. We should just fight Digletts, because that would be handy for what we're doing right now. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and dig this out, and then I will be back with you when I am done. Alright, we are ready for some planting. We have not enough dirt to cover this yet, but that's okay, because we also don't have enough apricorns yet, because obviously we only got a couple here, but the nice thing is once they grow, there will be plenty to cover the entire area. So I'm going to start off with white over here, and we're going to make, yeah, see, there are going to be rows going this way, and then there's going to be, I am standing on it so it won't let me plant there. There's going to be white, red, pink. I think that'll look good. If it'll let me plant there. Come on. Don't do this to me. It's because the hitbox of the seed is in the way. Then yellow. And the reason I'm doing it in this order, and green, is because I think it will look kind of like a rainbow effect, and that's going to be really pretty. Okay, so we've basically planted all I want to plant right now because I don't have enough dirt. I mean, there's a little more dirt here that I could snatch. Yeah. And then there's one there. And we'll just add those to ones that need it. So, like, I think it's a priority to do the black ones and the yellow ones because those are going to create ultra balls. So let me see, what order did I plant this in? White, red, pink, yellow. There we go. So here's our yellow ones. So we're gonna put, I hope I'm planting in the right spot. But yes, we're gonna actually put the yellow ones there, and then we're gonna go get some more dirt, obviously, and fill this up later. But this is what basically it's gonna look like. And if you're wondering why I'm like placing it so far below ground, these are gonna grow up and be too tall, 2 blocks tall, and then we can just walk on the tops of the bushes and collect the apricorns a lot more easily than if they're standing up above the ground, because if they're standing up above the ground, then you have to figure out some way to harvest them that's really easy, and it's just easier if they're below ground. So yeah, I'm gonna get out of this hole that I made for myself now and collect more dirt. So you can see that some of our apricorn berries have already reached maturity and have produced, they're not berries, they're just apricorns. But if we right click on them, we get the ones that we right click on, like that. We can also walk right on top of them, and they're like, I don't know, it kind of feels like walking on a half slab lower than the full 3 blocks height there, or 2 blocks height, I guess, because we put dirt on the bottom. Yeah, I collected quite a bit of dirt so that I wouldn't need to have this problem again if I need to expand or whatever. But yeah, I have a lot of dirt now, if I need it for any reason. And I guess the next step is to kind of encase it in sandstone so that it looks nice and it looks like the other farms. And make a little path going around it, just make it look nice in general. And we need to wait for these apricorn bushes to grow fully, all of them, and keep planting them, because once we have enough we can roast them and make some Pokeballs, and then we can go catch more Pokemon, which is going to be really awesome to have free Pokeballs like that, because I don't want to buy from the shop anymore. Apparently their Pokeballs don't work. I'm sorry if I seem a little bitter. I am. Let's see, let me try to remember. Why is it not letting me jump? I don't know why. It says Volcanion has spawned in a desert biome? Volcanion is, I believe, a legendary. Okay, sorry about that. We just froze for a minute. But yeah, I think we're back now. But yeah, Volcanion, I think it's a legendary, but it's probably going to spawn at level 70, and we are nowhere near ready to actually take that on, but maybe we can take a look at it. Oh, you know what? I think that's actually it. Is that it? Let's just throw it out there and see what it has. We'll just do a little testing. Yeah, it has something. I actually didn't read that fast enough, whether that's eruption or steam eruption. For some reason I thought it said steam eruption. Regardless, I don't think that we're going to be able to beat that right now. Our Charmeleon is only a level 16. So, I think I'm going to get back to you whenever the apricorns have grown a bit more.